Hi everybody, I'm Stefan. Welcome back to another lesson in my Czerny's Opus 599 for solo learners course. In this video, we're going to learn number 73. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. And if you'd like to get this very special edition of Czerny's Opus 599 specifically for solo learners, links will be below. Number 73 is in the chapter which is about melodic expression with or without ornaments, and this one is with ornaments. Now, even if you played this piece without any of the twiddly bits, it would still sound like a very expressive melody, but once we add all of these ornaments, it's going to make it even more embellished. The main ornaments we have here are turns, which are basically turns in between notes, not turns on the notes, but we don't actually see the sign of the turn because it's written out. We also have some mordents and some other shorter grace notes and ornaments, so it's kind of a mix of the most common ornaments. The key thing to understand about ornaments is that they should never be too accented, they should be light and airy, and they should embellish the melody, not replace the melody. Let's have a look. It says andantino, so walking speedish, not too fast, not too slow, kind of in between, a very comfortable speed. We are in 6/8, so compound time, 6 eighth note beats in every bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can see that in the left hand it's basically counting for us, and we are in the key of D major, so every F and every C is going to be sharp. Let's start with the left hand, the first 8 bars. So we start in a D major position, and as you can see it's broken chords all the way through, but the important thing about the broken chords is that the bass note is always sustained for 3 beats, so make sure you're not pushing too hard, you're just resting your finger on that note to sustain it. A nice rounded hand shape and evenness, and playing it very softly because we don't want to overpower the right hand melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now an A major in first inversion, C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D major, 1, 2, 3. E minor in first inversion, 1, 2, 3. D major in second inversion. A major and E major 7. Now this one is quite tricky because you have to hold down 3, 5 and then 2, 1, so it's quite clustered around. Make sure you work a little bit on this chord and make sure the 2 notes go down together. A major, jumping down to a B minor, then A major in second inversion, E major 7, the dominant, and back to A. So again, very useful to block out the chords. D major, A major, D major, E minor, and so on, because then you know where the hand has to be and it's easier to visually memorize those chords. And once you did it a few times blocked out, then you're going to put in your lovely broken chord pattern holding on that first note. The right hand is very pretty, a lot of very short slurs, so we need to lift the hand quite frequently. I'm going to play just once without the ornaments and then putting the ornaments on. I think it's useful to do that sometimes just so you can actually hear where the melody is going and not being influenced by the rhythm of the ornaments. It starts with an upbeat, so 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. The reason why it's important to do it without the ornaments is to practice the legato playing, first of all. It has to be very expressive and legato. Practice dynamics, natural dynamics, so rounding of the ends of the phrases. And when you can do that comfortably, it's going to be much easier to put the ornaments on. Now the first one, the turn, is extremely quick. It has to fit into 1/8 note because it's 32nd notes or demi-semiquavers. So it's going to go like this. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of those 4 notes equally have to fit into the third beat. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the ornament was 1 on the A and then 4, 3, 2, 1. And then going on to number 2. So the turn is basically between 2 notes. It's a transitional turn. And then going on to bar 6, 1 on the E. And we have some dotted rhythms. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 3 on the C sharp. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So quite tricky to get it in time. For that reason, you need to play it very slowly in the beginning, so the 4 notes can equally go into one beat. And when you feel like the fingers are moving quick enough with the turns, you can speed up the entire piece. Make sure you're playing from the fingertips so you get a clean sound with those turns. They all have a black note, which makes it a little bit harder. And if you hear something like this, some unevenness in those turns, just make sure you relax the hand and really going nice and even with those notes. Hands together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Staccato. Changing to E minor and D major. Staccato. Now the difficult chord. Now notice here, 1, 2, and 3. C sharp. And that's the first section. So very slow practice is going to help even out those ornaments, and then you can go a little bit quicker and get into the andantino speed. Second section, left hand is going to start on the C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D major. 4, 5, 6. E. D. And now we have this beautiful pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which takes us back to the main tune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the finishing coda or cadenza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D major in second inversion, A7, and finishing on a D major chord. It's quite a nice ending. Right hand an octave higher on the A. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, legato. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, staccato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here again, we've got 2 turns in the last line. Make sure to play it slow enough so you can fit them in onto that third beat. Let's go hands together. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staccato. Now. 1, 2, 3. 6, back to F sharp. Staccato. Another one. And finishing. And that's the end. Number 73 has always been one of my favorites. I just love the sound of it. I love the lightness of the ornaments. It's not an easy one to do smoothly and at andantino speed. You really need to think about those ornaments and think about the fingering, but once you've got it, it's a very pleasant little etude to work on.